Guys, look, I got a mullet. Like a baby mullet.
Who are those guys?
Like the 925 podcast listeners.
We're starting.
This is my baby mullet. Last time I got my hair cut, I told them not to cut the back at all. And so here's my baby tiny mullet. It's nothing. It doesn't look like anything. What's up? Hey,
Billy
925.
Ray's pissed.
Billy Ray's pissed?
Yeah.
No, I think he's been real quiet since I got that haircut. We want to talk about some incredible sponsors before we get this episode started.
Who could
And by
they
some
be?
incredible sponsors, I mean one. The only one we need.
Who?
Sticks and Stones.
Ow.
We got the beginning of this episode. We're going to dive in because they have a spa located in the Bay Area, California.
It's called Bliss.
So we're going to dive into that a little bit to start this podcast off because we had a great experience. But tell them a little bit about Sticks and Stones, their skincare products.
Tell them what. I'm living proof right here. I've been using their facial oil on my skin, and now it's my daily facial oil that I use literally before I put on my makeup every day, and it's just high in my makeup routine. So if I need to get some more, I need to go purchase some because I'm running out.
Okay,
I'm literally running out. I've been having to dump it. If this is not proof, if this is the add enough, I've been having to, instead of, it's like a little thing where you squeeze it in the little tube and then you put it on your face. Does that make sense? Like the little squeezy tube thing. It doesn't do that anymore because there's such less product. There's so little product in there that I've been having to dump it on my face and get the rest of it.
I see.
So
if you,
great, cried on set.
So, and the MacBook too. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. If you do need to get some more, you can go to their website. It's hellagoodskincare.com. Yeah.
Okay.
Check them out on their website. Hellagoodskincare.com.
Who did their website?
Oh, you.
Oh, wow. So if y'all want to go check that out.
The website looks awesome as well. Use our promo code for 15% off Hella925. HELLA 925. Go ahead and check them out over there. A lot of great products in the I Got 5 on It collection.
Follow them on Instagram. They're gonna be doing more giveaways. Y'all seen the last giveaway? Maria won. Sorry, my mom. My mom thought it was her at first.
Oh, really?
Said Maria.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, it's okay. It's all right. You can still might still be some more giveaways. You can win out there. Okay. But yes, big thank you, Sticks and Stones, for holding us down like you do and holding down these faces. We appreciate you guys. Enjoy this episode. Yay! Well, it was a great trip to the Bay Area this past weekend. We got to get out there. I was going down for a sideshow event.
Wait, did I ask?
Oh, well, frick me then.
Maybe I'll ask.
Yeah, go ahead. Take it away.
So
what would you like to talk about on this episode?
What'd you do this weekend? What?
Yeah,
what'd you? Shut up.
Yeah, no, I'll drop in. Yeah, yeah,
Don't say Rocky Reels. That's my hometown.
I'll start heading over there right now. Yeah. No, Felicia's going to do the podcast by herself today. So, yeah, it's good. But we had a great trip in the Bay Area this weekend. So Sticks and Stones, you guys know. Hey, what's up, podcast listeners? You guys know they are our one and only goated sponsor of this podcast, which is really, really cool.
They beat Chili's.
They beat Chili's to the punch. Sorry, Chili's, but
actually, not sorry, Chili's.
One. Yeah, we got a new number one.
So
they have a spa that's located in the Bay Area, which you guys have heard us talk about. And we finally got to check it out this weekend. Los Altos. And it was a great experience. We got to head up there. Well, Felicia, why are you being so shy that day?
What?
When we were pulling up. You were like, hey, my appointment starts at 12:30.
No, I thought everyone was at 12:30. I thought both of us were at 12:30.
Okay, so your appointment was at 12:30.
Okay.
And it was like, all right, cool. So we need to be there by 12:15. We ended up getting there, 12:05, 12:10.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my gosh, we're so early. This is scary. Walk in, kind of get a tour of everything. Well, what? I mean, this is like, we know this is Sticks and Stones.
I'm just so awkward.
And we got a tour of the spot. Man, it's a huge place.
Yeah.
They got
everything, literally everything you'll need there. Like, you want to get your hair cut, you want to get a massage, you want to get a facial, you want to get your nails done. Look, I literally, if y'all can see on the video, I literally got my nails done. They have so many services there.
Could they dye your hair a different color?
Yes. No, they literally have, or I think they have a salon.
They got to be able to dye your hair a different color too. Imagine you went in there and got the full thing one day, like
everything,
head to toe, all the stuff. That'd be lit.
If you were a girl and did like a music video and you could get your nails done, your toes done. Well, Rock was getting his nails done, his toes.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's dope. Yeah, Rock was up there too, and yeah, this great spot. And so yours started at 12:30. I had checked out a tire shop that was down the street and wanted to go see if they had some tires. So I was like, I'm here early. Mine doesn't start till 1. I'll go over there while you get started.
No. Okay, so this is what went through in my head and why I'm going to explain it to you. So I'm already pretty awkward, and it was going to be fine because Tiff literally said, oh, Felicia could start. We could get started on her. Yeah. So I was thinking like, okay, cool. Like it's already set that I'm going to stay and I'm going to be doing something. So like, it's fine.
Am I out of focus right here? Freaking, I am a little bit.
But like, it was going to be fine. Like I was going to be fine. And then when you were talking about it, you kept saying we. So then you did. And so,
okay.
So when you were saying like, oh yeah, we're just gonna, oh yeah, when we, like you kept saying that. And I was like, am I going with him? And then I'm already feeling awkward, right? Myself. I'm not going to say something. You think I'm going to say something? So when you kept saying we, I was like, I'm just rolling with the punches. We're going to the tire shop. So that's what happened there is like, but I did hear Tiff say like, oh, Felicia could stay back. And I thought that's what we were doing. But then when you kept saying we, I don't know if like they took it as like, oh, okay, they're going to both go. Like they both need to go or something like that.
Okay.
But so they, in their head, they weren't pulling me that way. Like they weren't saying like, oh, come on, Felicia, or something like that. Like, oh, right here, like to the nail part, whatever. So when you started saying we, I was like, there's no way in hell I'm the one to speak up about this. So I just went, I was like, okay.
Okay.
So do you get it now?
I guess I get it. Hopefully they weren't too mad that you were 30 minutes late to your appointment.
I was not 30 minutes late.
Well, we got back there at 1 when mine started.
It's okay.
But hey, frig it. So you went in, did your thing. So what did you have done? What procedures did you have?
What procedures? Okay, so I got my nails done, and it was funny because I don't ever get my nails done. I've gotten them painted like this a few times at like a real salon, and then I've gotten acrylics once and they freaked me out, and so I never got them again. But they were cute, and every time you look, but yeah, I got that done and that was cool. They did like the whole shebang. I was kind of really nervous because as a girl who fake tans, I was like, oh frick, like they're about it, because they give you a little massage on your hands when you get your nails done. I was like, oh frick. And that's the reason why, if Sticks and Stones, hey, if y'all want to know why I said no to the petty, it's because I was too scared of my fake tan coming off.
Dude, yeah,
in the water.
She's petty. Sorry about that.
You just hear your computer breathing. But yeah, I would have been down for it, but I got a little scared of.
You didn't want them to see the real you.
My feet are like white.
It's just completely brown in there. She's like, "Oh, man, do you wash your feet at all?"
Like, yo, I'm always scared that people are gonna think I'm dirty. So luckily, another thing I got done was a massage. So luckily, the massage people, the girl, it was like dark in the room, and so if my fake tan came off on you, girl, she didn't see. So
okay. And how was that? So you got a massage. How was that?
It was cool.
Have you ever had a massage before?
No, not like a real like massage, right? And so I was a little scared because like at first I was like, okay, in a massage, when I think about a massage, it's like you get booty naked, right? And I was like, do you get booty naked here? And then the lady walked me in, and I think I was thinking about something else when she was talking to me. She was like, oh, hey, so I'll just be waiting out here. And I was like, do I get fully naked right now? I couldn't process. And then I was like, you know what? I thought about you. I was like, you know what? I'm going to think like Miles. What would Miles do? Speak up. Right?
There you go. Yeah.
Right? Points, right?
Okay.
So And normally I would have not said anything. But then I was thinking, this is me being naked. So I was like, if I have to be naked, imagine I'm not supposed to get naked. And I get naked. Like, that's embarrassing.
She comes in, whoa, hey.
She's like, not
whoa,
here.
Hey.
And so I walked outside and I was like, hey, my bad. What am I supposed to be doing right now? And she was like, oh, just like remove your clothes in the ball. And I was like, okay. And then, so yeah.
Didn't help at all.
I kept my underwear on them, but
yeah.
I was
You went back and still wondering the same thing. Remove my clothes. Did that mean all my clothes or leave my underwear? Yeah.
I kept my underwear on just because I was a little nervous, but
no, yeah. I think
it was cool.
I don't think it matters either way.
No, yeah. Plus, at one point, it was just a sheet over me. Did you get that too? It was just like a sheet at first.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was cool. I realized that I'm really out of shape. And it hurt. But like there was a lot of points where I was like, I probably need this. Like, and then it was like relaxing or like, sometimes it like hurt so bad that it like kind of felt good. Like some of that was that, but some of that I was literally like clenching. Yeah, but it was really cool and it felt nice to just be taken care of all day.
That is nice. It was real spa day, huh?
Yeah. So what'd you get done?
I had a massage started. I jumped in that thing, booty naked.
You were not scared.
No hesitation. I was not scared. I
didn't even tell you yet.
I was already naked. She's like, I'll step right out. I was like, no, it's good. She was really good. And there was a moment too where, cause she asked me, if the pressure is too hard, like let me know. For the most part, it was good. There was just one part where she got to my neck, and I could feel her doing it with one hand, and she was like kind of squeezing like towards the top of my neck, and I was like, "Ooh, this hurts. This does not feel good." And I thought about you and how you wouldn't speak up, and so I didn't speak up. I wanted to be like you, and
okay.
I didn't say anything. I was like, all right, I'm sure this won't last much longer. And so when that hand got tired, when she was tired of using that hand, she switched to her other one. And then she kept going with her other one. And I was like, okay, well, she only has two hands, so it'll be over after this one. And then she switched back.
Then she switched to her foot. She was going in with her foot, her big toe.
Damn, okay. Yeah, they're getting crazy over there. And yeah, but I didn't say anything the whole time. I just sat there and just took it.
But that's like us being nerds.
I was in there like, oh. And yeah, but no, it was super relaxing. Big fan of the music selection in there. It was very calming and peaceful.
Oh, yeah.
Just like over the speaker and everything. It was really cool.
I think the coolest thing about being there was obviously like we think they're really nice and like everything, but hearing like, because my lady was very talkative. We were like chatting it up the whole time. And I was asking her and I was like, so what do you like about being here? Mm-hmm. Like whatever. And she just kept saying like, everyone's so nice. She's like, from the owners to the workers, like everyone is just so pure and nice and all this stuff. And she was saying, and then I asked the nail lady too. I was like, how long have you worked here? Like, do you like it? Blah, blah, whatever. And she was saying, yeah, she's worked there apparently since like around it opened. Like, she's been there before Sticks and Stones were there.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And she was saying, yeah, like the new owners, which is Tiff and Riley. She was saying that they're so nice and everything. So it was cool to like know that like everyone we were like with like enjoys what they're doing and like thinks everyone's so nice. Yeah,
no, they're all super cool, and it was tight too. I meant to mention this earlier. Real VIP treatment, like greeted with a glass of champagne.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
That was sick.
So, I should have put the robe on, like with a glass of champagne. I should have took a picture.
Did you get your shirt
and the champagne? Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I got it after. I got that, funny? And I got a little. I got 5 on the collection. I think I got 4 out of 5.
Nice, nice.
So, stepping it up. Trying to step it up,
Okay.
But what were you gonna
say? We definitely got sent white tees.
Yeah, where are they though?
I don't know. I thought I gave you yours.
They got shipped to you. Anything that we've got from Sticks and Stones has been shipped to you.
Yeah.
Your address.
Yeah.
at the farm. Now I gotta go in and cut that out. I'm gonna have to go and edit that. She's just saying her whole address. Hey, give them your number while you're at it too. 209.
You made that too easy.
I just said farm. You know, country girl.
What
Felicia.
time is it at?
16.
Okay,
minutes.
I remember
Right.
that. Speaking of 16.
So they sent it to you. So they came to your house. Why don't you look at your house and see if you got them?
Why don't you look at your house? No, I know where they're at, actually. I'm just gaslighting you.
Are you?
Yeah, I know they're at my house. I know
Dude.
exactly where they're at. They're on the left side of my bed, underneath the bed in a box.
You just gaslit me.
Yeah.
Dude,
I know where they're at. But what's crazy is I definitely showed you it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I definitely been like, oh, shoot. It was the same time when we got all this stuff for the trip.
Interesting.
So,
Yeah, I'm rocking
or maybe
those
right
white
before
tees.
then. But I definitely showed you them and said, look what we got. And you didn't say anything, so I didn't bring them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But
Well,
I
it's all
just
good.
Gaslit.
Yeah, well, I'm glad.
Girl
I'm glad to
boss,
know that we
gatekeep,
still got
gaslit.
them. Yeah. I'm looking forward to those because I'm gonna definitely be rocking those white tees. But yeah, I got the massage. It was wonderful. Had some more champagne. I probably had like 3 or 4 glasses while I was over there. I was having a good time. And then there was like I forget the names of them, but it was like a full body like scrub that I also did.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of felt like little tiny sand, like scratching my skin, like all over like my legs, my back, and everything. And I feel like it just made all my skin just feel like I got a new layer of skin. You know, scratch off the old layer.
Like
And
a
then-
snake.
like a little snake. And then kind of like a similar thing like on my face too, like just like scrub my face. And yeah, no, it was awesome.
Look, it's glowing.
Just I'm feeling all clear skinned up.
Your nose,
Yeah.
actually, you could see a huge difference.
Oh yeah, that's because she did something to it.
Yeah.
She put like I don't know what kind of tool she was using.
Oh, but like the sucker thing?
No,
Oh.
she wished that she had that, but I think she was saying it was like in her other room or something
Mm.
because I forget. So she had to use like one of the old school little something, and she was pressing it on my nose. Man, that hurt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it hurt pretty bad.
Dang.
But I feel like it was also because like maybe it's TMI, but I had a little zit on the inside of my nose also.
Oh.
So she was put like that. It would be hella sensitive even if I just touched my nose because that zit was in there.
So she's like pushing
But then she's like
on it.
pushing down on it with this little
Yeah.
metal piece. I'm like, oh, okay, let's get in there, get those blackheads out. But no, thank
That's
you.
a dream.
That's crazy that you could notice that.
Yeah, that's a dream.
What?
I would love to get someone's blackheads out.
Like press down with that tool and stuff. I feel like no, because there was a couple times where she was saying she was like, ooh, that was a good one. That was a good one. And I'm just in here like, okay, there you go.
Thanks.
But no, it's cool that you noticed that. I was telling her that sometimes when I would go back to Texas, my cousin Zoe would always point those out. She's like, you know, my younger cousin, she'd be like, dang, you got a lot of blackheads. You need to figure that out.
You just start crying.
I was just like, haha, now you crazy. I get back to my hotel after that. I'm like, what'd she mean by that? I don't even know what blackheads are. And yeah, so take that, Zoe.
Yeah.
Bliss Spa.
But hey, I do like your coasters.
No, that's Kai. That's Kai.
Oh, just kidding.
But yeah, no, we
Are
had
they
a
related?
wonderful time.
Are they related?
Yeah, they're cousins.
Oh, nice.
They're all cousins. We're all cousins too. And yeah, just a great time, great experience overall. Super, yeah, just great staff, great people, and 10 out of 10 would recommend if you're in the Bay Area. I guess South Bay area or anywhere in the Bay Area. It's not that far to travel to. Definitely go and check them out over there at Bliss. It was great. What else did you do that weekend? You got to see Nicole?
Yeah, I see Nicole and Mary Cruz, and it's always a good time seeing them. It's like you ever have like a lot of friends, but then you know like who your best friends are.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that to where like, yeah, like down here I have like a whole plethora of like friends, which is really cool, and that's why I chose to live down here is because like there's always something to do or like whatever. Like I have people. But being back there and being with them, it's like, dang, like, these are my friends.
Yeah.
Like we have the same interests and, like, whatever. Like, we could be doing nothing. Like, we we were together until like we probably didn't go. I don't know what time, but say we got together in the beginning of the day. It was almost probably like nearly sunset, and we were barely trying to figure out something to do. Like we didn't do anything, but it felt like we were having so much fun. Like we went to Chili's, and then we were just chilling. We like were trying to figure out. We like went to Target and like a couple other stores, and like we were doing nothing, but it felt fun.
Just,
like just being with them. But yeah, and then we went to Boomers, and that's always a great time. It was funny because we got this like pass, and then it was like, oh, if you spend like $15 more, it's like it's unlimited. Like if you don't spend those $15 and you buy the pass. Oh, yawning.
Dang, you're even boring yourself right now. Did you guys even really have that much fun?
Oh, shoot, sorry. Keep going.
If you don't buy the pass, or if you buy the pass, it's you get to go on 3 attractions, which is like you get to do like the bumper cars, there's like bumper boats, and then like laser tag and whatever. But if you spend $15 more, it's unlimited, and you get a $10 card to the games.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were like, oh, duh, might as well do that. We literally did everything once. I think we did bumper cars twice, but still we could have done like we only did like 3 things. We did laser tag and bumper cars twice, or maybe 3 times. I don't know. But it was just funny. Like we didn't even really use it, and then we literally only used the game card because we went back, like because we were like, oh, we have it, like might as well use it, whatever. But yeah, it was really fun. Oh my gosh, so there's this game actually. I don't know how to describe it, but basically the best way I could describe it is like it kind of looks like Tetris, and it's like the ones where it's like you could win like a Nintendo Switch if you get it, or like you could win big prizes. And so basically it was like this these 3 like squares, and then they're just going like this, right? So then you have to get it, and then the next time you have to get it on top of each other, and you have to keep building it,
like kind of like stacking blocks.
Yeah, stacking blocks. But then so if you don't get some of them and you only match one of them to them, you only get that one, right? I don't know why, but I was like terrible at when it was 3, but when it was 1, I was on it. So like it's like I got it the first try, whatever, and then the second one to stack it on it, I would only get 1. Like I was so bad at it. But then when I got that 1, it was like boom, boom, boom. I was on it. Like I knew when to get that 1. I was so freaking good at it. And then right before I got to the prize, every time I probably played it 3 times, I would get the first block, and then the second one would only be the 1, and then I'd get 1, 1, 1, 1. I was so close to getting the prize, and then right when I got to that 1, that's when, because I got nervous, and that's when it freaked out, and I didn't win, but it's so frustrating. But I think, because that was my first time ever playing it, I think when I go back, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna be good. But yeah, and then we did laser tag. It was kind of funny because we went with this like group of teenage boys, and they were like really fucking into it. And so it was just funny, like them being like, she got me, or like whatever. Me and Nicole were really bad. Apparently Nicole was doing it wrong the entire time. So her score was like 100 and something, and the average score was like 16,000.
Oh, that's amazing.
Because she was doing it wrong. But yeah, Mary Cruz I think got second place the whole game, or maybe second or third, like of the whole game. There was like 20 people or maybe like 15 people in there. It was crazy.
She's goated.
Yeah, but it was really fun.
No, it's cool. It's cool you got to see them and work that in. It was a good trip all around though.
Yeah, what else? Oh, we went to the fair.
Yeah, that was a good time.
But Saturday was when I hung out with them, and then you had Sideshow Dancing.
Yeah, okay, so that was the original reason, like, I was going up here to the Bay. My friend Sideshow Tone, he was throwing a birthday party.
May I say, Sideshow Tone is the least, what's the word? Looks like one of the least wholesome people, but is the most wholesome person ever. And nice and caring and sweet and I don't know the word.
Interesting.
Okay. What?
Oh no, he looks like a cool guy to me.
No, like you wouldn't think that like he would be a little soft teddy bear. It's kind of like Post Malone.
Okay. Yeah.
Like how Post Malone's a little teddy bear.
So he's throwing a birthday party event
and this is his very first time doing this because you know, he's got a car that he drifts. You know, he's a great driver and takes out to other events. You know, something that people do is throw legal sideshows, and so there's a couple different events that take place, like Northern California. I'm sure they have some out here too, where like it's like all legit, and it's normally at a racetrack, and they have like these big, you know, like what do you call those, like freeway divider, like cement type dividers, and they make a square, and it's like there's a donut pit. You go in, one car does donuts and then leaves, and the next one comes in, right? And this one was tight because it was behind a dispensary. Okay, shout out One Plan. It was in Antioch, so like in the Bay. Is Antioch the Bay?
I think so.
That's one of those ones where it might get debatable. It's 925. It's definitely 925 for sure.
Then I think it's the Bay.
And so yeah, they had it out there, and it was behind this dispensary, and they have this lot, and there's area that's bigger than just a donut pit where you can go off and, you know, kind of drift around a little bit. And it was awesome, man. All the drivers tore it up, and just a great turnout. All smooth event. Everything was positive. Nobody got hurt. You know, definitely a couple people bapped, and, you know, hit their car and everything
On the curb.
Hey, we'll get there. But yeah, overall, just a great event, and, you know, obviously, you know, got food vendors and stuff out there, and just different things. It was awesome. One of the things I was noting is like, we need to set that up like a tailgate. Like, we need to treat those like how you would tailgate before a 49er game. You know how you would do that before a 49er game?
Wait, I'm confused on how you're relating the two.
Because it's like, a lot of the time I'm parked. My car is parked, and I'm in the sun, right?
Mm-hmm.
We need to bring a canopy, throw a canopy up, bring a little grill, a little speaker, something, and like, while I'm not out there, when it's not my turn, I'm at my car, you know, parked right here. This is my area. I got a couple little chairs set up, my little speaker, throw some hot dogs on the grill, you know, chips, all the stuff, and make it like that.
Some Capri Suns.
Capri Suns. I feel like something like that would be cool. And but regardless though, definitely bring a canopy and some sunscreen. Cause that sun was beating down on us. There was a girl driver that I'm a huge fan of. That I knew was gonna be there. I talked to her before. I asked her if she was gonna go. I sure did. And this is a girl that I've been talking to like for a little bit. Like, I mean, obviously, like, I don't think so. I think in the community, there's not a lot of girl drivers, so they definitely stand out when they do. And it's just like she knows how to drive. Like, it's just, I'm gonna be honest, it's pretty hot. Like, she's doing her thing out there. You know, I see the videos and everything. I was like, yeah, you know, she looks good. She looks good too. And so I knew she was gonna be up there because I've reached out. You know, I followed her because I seen her videos showing up on my Instagram and everything. And I reached out and actually asked her if she could come to the hymn video out here. So I invited her to that. You know, she said she wasn't gonna be able to make it. You know, it's all good. You know, this and that. And then I've, you know, just missed her a couple times when she's been out here in LA. And you know, we've been talking back and forth a little bit. And it was funny because, like, I was sitting there with Casey and we were looking at the other cars, and I was like, oh, I was going to tell you this one girl is going to pull up. I'm a big fan of this one girl. And I showed him the car. Literally right after I got done showing him the car. Now she's pulling in.
Holy frick.
And we were like literally in the next open spot. And so she was like backing into where me and Casey were just sitting. So we just got up and walked away. But it was funny that it was like right when I was showing him that. Hold on. Man, I forgot to get some water. Frick. I'll wet my whistle with this.
Yeah, with the Coke.
But it was funny, like, so then she gets out of the car and I was like, man, I was just showing my brother like your car, and then you just pulled up. She was like, oh yeah, you heard it, huh? And I was like, yeah. And then, you know, she goes over and gets checked in, and she's back. And when I'm walking past her, you know, the second time, I was like, it's nice to, you know, get to officially meet you now. And she goes, oh yeah, what's your IG? And I was like, Oh, just my name, just Miles Parrish, and it's good to see you. She's like, oh yeah, all right. I don't think she had any idea like that we ever even talked at all. Not even saying like
Did
anything.
it hurt your feelings?
Not okay. Well, I want to make it clear that not in the sense of like
you should know who I am.
Yeah, like from like music or anything like that. Yeah. I just thought at least like maybe from our conversations that we've had online, maybe she might recognize me in person because like it wasn't like
she didn't give a break.
No, she really didn't, but like it's all good. I mean she's pretty lit. I'm sure like people were like hitting her up all the time too, but I thought I don't know, maybe we thought I thought we had something special. And no, so it was just like hella funny. She was like, yeah, what's your IG? And I was like, it's just my name, Miles Parrish. I'm Miles. Yeah, it's nice to meet you. She was like, oh yeah, right on, that's what's up. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go stand over here now. And that was cool. And just funny moment.
Yeah,
it wasn't cool. I felt hella crazy. It just made me feel even more like a fanboy for real, which I am. I guess. Yeah, I am. So I guess it makes sense. But nah, she's lit. I get it that like other people are probably always hitting her up. But yeah, getting to see her, swing her car out there and everything was cool. I'm like in the first group. Damn, I gotta get a water. Just say some stuff. Say some stuff about the sideshow.
About the sideshow. Okay, right. So, I wonder if my car. Apparently, I don't think my car can do donuts. Can it? I don't think it can. I don't think it can. But I did learn how to do one in Fortnite, and so if y'all play Fortnite with me, I start doing donuts. That's it. So, what do we think about that? And also, what was I gonna say? Oh, I want to see Casey do a donut.
Yeah.
I think if he got the hang of it, he'd be good and he'd like really love it.
That would be really cool. It'd be crazy to see me and Casey doing a donut at the same time.
A tandem.
Little tandem.
I kind of got it right.
Yeah, there you go. Tandem. Yeah, that'd be fire. Yeah, so I'm a part of the first group that goes up. I know this girl is on the sidelines. She's watching, so I'm a little nervous. You know what I'm saying?
Is that why it happened?
Well, honestly, that moment that I got out there, I hadn't swung my car in a minute, right? And so, especially trying to do like some technical stuff, because like I said, like it wasn't just a donut pit. You could go around this little island. It was like a curb, like a circle curb, a circle of a curb, right? And there's a little island, there's a little fire hydrant in the middle of it. And so people were standing over there and taking videos and stuff. But that was like one of the things you can do is like try to go and do a donut around that thing if you wanted. But you kind of have to transition over to it. And I know how to do donuts. You know what happened the last time I tried to do something outside of doing donuts, right?
Yeah.
You can check it out on my TikTok. Parzival McFly. I posted the video.
Parzival McSlide.
My Parzival McSlide. Because I'm hot. I feel it. I'm sorry.
So what curb did you hit?
The curb that I was just talking about. But
that curb hit you.
Yeah. Who put that there anyways?
Who put the curb under your wheel?
Seriously. And
fucked up. How do you say
I mean, that's fucked up. So I'm trying to do some extra stuff because there's a lot of really good drivers out there.
And you want to stand out.
I'm pretty new to this. How long have I been doing this for? 5 months?
3 days.
5 months, maybe?
Yeah, maybe 5 days.
Wait. No. It's almost... I don't know. I think I started last year, like October or something, trying to figure this out. A lot of great drivers out there.
Why am I yawning so much?
Sideshow Tone is here. I want to be able to put on a show too. I want to be able to like, get the crowd, put on a show. And so I try to go around that island and I spin out when I'm over there at the island, but I clear it enough to where I can just spin out completely.
but my back tire goes up on the curb. Boom, jumps up on it and jumps right back off. I'm good. I'm still spinning. I'm like, all right, I got this. I'm going to just go around it the other way now. Frick it. I'll go around the island the other way. So in the same motion, I get back on it and I'm just, all right, going the other way. Spin out again. This time the front of my car goes right into the curb. Bink. And one tire goes up onto it. Everybody in the crowd, oh. And then it's like, no, I got to back up. And it scratches off the curb. I'm like, okay, I'll just go back over here and just do donuts some more. And then that was my first run in. I'm pretty sure that girl that like I was hoping would see me out there going crazy. Yeah, she probably walked away and was like, yeah, this freaking loser. Just like, that's just how it all plays out in my head. And then it was cool. Like I think I got my my butterflies out on it because it's like I feel like I'm on a stage lightweight. You know, when I'm up next, and yeah, I just want to just be able to go out there and impress people and just turn it up. And yeah, so I got that out the way.
That happens to me too.
So I guess like the worst thing happened to me. Like, you know, you get me?
Yeah.
You can understand. So the worst thing already happened. I got stuck up on a curb. So it's like, okay, now when I go out there again, if I wreck my car, that's going to be even worse. So hopefully we don't do that. Washing the cars all day and a lot of great drivers. I think there's a lot of new people that I hadn't known before too that were just crazy, like super, super good. And I get out there to go my second time. This time Casey went with me and another one of the homies who was filming too, which would be cool to get that video. I should ask him for it because he was filming some shots from like the back seat and also hyping it up. It was funny. Like I see the videos back later and he's like out the window just hyping it up, which is really cool. And I'm thinking in this next one, I gotta get lit. Cause the first time I went out there, I got stuck up on the curb. Here's my second time and maybe my last time out. I gotta do something extra. I gotta get crazy, right? And so I'm planning it out in my head. I'm gonna start out doing donuts like this, and then I'm gonna throw it into this loading dock, which is like a kind of a tighter space, right? That people were going down in there and doing donuts in, and it was always a moment. It was like, dang, I can't believe you put your big old car in that little space right there and was doing donuts in it, right? So I'm thinking like, I got a big old boat. Like my car is long, 4-door. LS 400. I'm gonna try to throw it back in there, and I kind of plan out the route of it, and I'm like, all right, I think I got this. As soon as I got out there and I started doing donuts, and I was trying to line it up to where I could throw my car back in there, I was thinking in my head the first time I went around, I was like, oh, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do this. I'm going too fast. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to like plan it out with how small that is. Like, this isn't gonna work. And so as I'm doing donuts, I'm thinking about that in my head. And I was like, you know what? Frick it. I'm going to throw it. I'm going to just throw it. And in that moment, I'm literally thinking, I'm going to throw my car into this loading dock. And it's either going to wreck it like how I did last time, or it's going to be perfect. And you know what happened? It was perfect. I literally slid it back in there with just enough space. You see in the video, you can see the back bumper literally just go right up to the edge of the wall. Boom, just a little love tap. And then I'm back out and I slid it around, made it around that curb that I got stuck on last time. Started going all over the place, hyping people up, got the crowd going, everything. And then at the very end, I didn't realize there was this much power in this car, but I went and spun it out and almost did a full 360. And then I got stuck up on the curb again. A different curb, like way over there. But maybe it was better, though, because I did a 360 before I got stuck on it. Who knows? But, yeah, it was awesome. And I'm glad that I had that second run. I do wish that girl was there during that one, but that's all right. That's besides the point. And, yeah, just overall, solid day. It was good to have my brother Casey out there with me, too. He's really into all the car stuff as well. And it's just fun to get to be able to bond, with some family over like some events like that. But yeah, my dad was gonna come too, him and Linda, and I think they had some other stuff and they couldn't make it. But it's almost funny, like when I was talking to my dad about it, it's kind of like it feels like a baseball game.
Like going to watch your kid out, like play baseball, like hear that like they're up to bat right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It has this similar vibe when we go and do that, because we went to the one in Sacramento, and it kind of felt like that same way too, which was kind of cool. Just having something like that to go to that's, you know, all safe and, you know, cool, good vibes.
Yeah. I just seen a TikTok that was like talking about like, and this is nothing to do with the sideshow stuff, but just like the parents showing up, and it was like parents really need to show up to things, and it like showed like a kid being like really sad in the crowd, and then like really happy when he saw his parents or something, like he didn't think his parents were gonna show up or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think I took for granted like how great that was. Like my parents went to like everything. Like if I had a game, anything that was there, like they definitely showed up. And like I don't know, it just makes you think like that was probably really important for me. Like, or like any kid like growing up, like to have your parents be at a sporting event or like anything. Like imagine if they just dropped you off and were like, okay.
No, yeah, for
catch
sure.
you after the game.
Especially when you're at a younger age, I think that like, I mean, I know for myself, I really loved getting to impress like my dad or my mom, showing them something that I did. Mom, watch this. Watch how I can do this, right? Or showing my dad like, you know, how I ride my bike or something like that, you know? And so to be out there to like, you know, hit the ball like you're playing baseball and you get a good run in, or I don't know, baseball, but like you catch the ball, like, and you look over at your dad. Dad, you see that? Like, he's like, I know that, you know, just it definitely is a good feeling.
Yeah.
But yeah, so maybe next time, like, I go do one of those sideshows events, I'll be out there and I'll do a good run, and I'll look over at my dad, and he'll be like, he'll just be out there with his cell phone like this. Just zooming in and stuff. Yeah. No, that was super precious. I seen a video back where my brother was in the crowd the first time that I went in, because he didn't go with me. Like he wasn't in the car with me when I was out there on the first time. And I seen a video back of him standing on the side. Everybody kind of just standing still, sort of hands by their sides, just kind of watching what's going on, you know? And then I just see Casey, the only one, just hyping me up, just his hand up, and it freaking warmed my heart. Seriously, it was awesome. But yeah, fun time. And then yeah, so the next day or after that, you know, we went to go shoot some pool, and we had a great time. And man, we went to go shoot some pool, and we started at one spot. You know how sometimes I'll be getting nervous and like I want to leave?
Yeah.
How many times do you think that's happened to me, like since like we've been kicking it? You seen it happen once or twice?
I would say twice.
It's not.
One time was like a little more serious. Like you were like, "Nah, we gotta go.
Let's get out of here."
Yeah.
And it sucks because like
it might not even be anything.
No, every time it's never something.
Well,
I guess I'll let you guys know, and I think that like you know, obviously in the past 20 years, you know, the mass shootings and how like scary they are, and you know, you hear about these stories all the time. It's something that's on my mind for sure. That like, if I go into a movie theater, it's like definitely something that I'm thinking about, right? Which is like, it sucks. Like,
I'm sorry, this is not funny. I'm just thinking about the story you told me about you in the movie theaters and then you just running.
Oh yeah, no, we could.
That was crazy.
No, we could definitely say that too. Like, I mean, yeah, it's a good time to say it. Being in the movie theaters, like, it makes me feel like a little anxious sometimes. And there was, you know, even one time I was in there with a girl I was dating at the time, and it really showed me how much I cared about her or didn't care about her. Or maybe I didn't care. Yeah, because like if there's an emergency situation and you're with somebody that like you really care about, you really love, you're grabbing that person too, right? And so we were in there watching a movie, and the alarm went off. Like a fire alarm started going off. And it was really weird because I'd never been in the movies like when that happens, right? The movie paused, and it was like a weird clicking sound, and then the fire alarm started going off. Immediately in my head,
I started thinking like the worst thing of like, oh, maybe there's a shooter or something.
Mm-hmm. What did it end up being?
I have no idea.
What the?
Immediately in my head, I thought that, and I'm telling you. So the girl I'm dating with, she's right next to me. I had my shoes off. I was in there cozy.
Yeah.
I was in there leaned back. Probably within 2 seconds. Excuse me. I had my shoes back on, and I was already near the exit in the room, and I was looking back at her in the seat, and I was like, "Hey, let's go, let's go." Like, and in that moment, I literally thought about that later. Like, damn.
Was she not pissed?
Not really. I think she was just more like confused. She was just like, "What's happening?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Let's go. I don't want to stay in here and figure it out. Let's just get outside."
Okay, and this is not me trying to like attack you or anything. Do you think it was the lack of caring, like you were saying, like, oh, like, or the like maybe I didn't care for her as much as I thought, or like you being selfish?
No, because I think about myself being in that position with other people,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think it would be the same thing.
Okay.
Like that person, like whoever, like if I'm with like any of my family members, like I know that like I'm grabbing them by the arm and I'm pulling them with me, right? And so, yeah, that was an interesting situation, but yeah, unfortunately, it's on my mind, and it sucks that this is something that we deal with in America, right? And I hope that none of us ever have to experience something like that. But yeah, sometimes I'll see or just notice like unusual behavior is what it is. I'll see somebody come in maybe solo to a bar, pacing back and forth. This day, this guy was like pacing in and out of the like the bar, like into the back area where he was smoking a cigarette. And he was back there kind of like doing push-ups where he was like kind of humping the ground. And it was just very unusual behavior, and it freaked me out. And I wish that like, some instances have come up like that for me over the past 5 years where it just makes me feel like, hey, there's a lot of other places we could shoot pool at. Would it be okay if we just went to another one and we just shot pool there? Because I don't want to figure out if something weird is going to happen right now or not, right? And it sucks, and like it's something that like I feel like I need to pray about more, because I don't know, like I would like to have more peace in that situation.
But I mean, would you?
I'd like to have more peace in that situation.
Like what? Like have more peace and then stay there and then something happened?
I don't know. It's a weird thing. Like I go back and forth with it. Like even like I was telling my dad about it, and like he's like, because like we're in the middle of shooting pool, and like I noticed this behavior, and like I'm just like, hey, I feel hella uncomfortable right now. Like let's go somewhere else. And my dad's like, what? He's like, what? You're telling me this guy is keeping me from getting to have more fun over here right now?
He's gonna beat his ass.
I mean, he was like, dude, if that dude even try to do anything, it wouldn't happen. And I was just like, I don't know. I got a weird feeling. And yeah, I don't know. It doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, the majority of the time, like, no, every single time, like I really feel like that, I'll end up leaving. And nothing ever happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that I hear about on the news the next day. It's just like, it's weird.
But you're also
how
not looking.
You said what?
You're also not looking. Like if you knew anything.
No. If something like what I was thinking would happen, you would hear about it on the news. But yeah, I don't know. I gotta figure that part out. But yeah, so we ended up going to another place and we shot pool. A lot of good games, and then that's when we went to the fair. Was the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really cool. It was the last day. That's what my dad was telling me. He was like, hey, this is the fair in town. This is the last day. Did you guys want to go to that? I was like, yeah, let's do it. It's funny. I'm at the point too where I don't really like riding rides like that for real anymore. But I love getting to walk around, like watch those pigs race in the back, those little pigs. You got scared of that. I don't know where you were at during that moment.
I couldn't find you. I kept asking where around, like what else is in there. You never would answer. So I was just chilling. I I separated from y'all because I was really hot and I was like, I need some liquid in my system now. ASAP. And so I went straight to a booth that had a soda. I said, can I have a large? Give me a large. Less
soda
ice.
Too, huh?
Soda, because I just thought soda would just hit every right spot. Okay. And it did.
All right.
It did. And so sat down, no one at the table, right? Table all to myself, sat down. About 6 families sat down with me.
Oh, yeah.
At different times.
Oh, because of how long you were sitting there.
Yeah. I was on the phone to Nicole because she used to go to that fair too, and we were just talking. She was just ordering. She ordered Gordos. And I was like, dang. Imagine being that close to just order it, like postpaid it. But yeah, I was there. And it honestly, like, and I'm never really alone. I hate being alone. It was a really great time, like, just being relaxing. And for some reason, like, the spot I was in, it wasn't even, like, it was just cool. It wasn't just shady. It was, like, cool.
Okay.
Like, for some reason, like, the buildings that were near it or something, like, there was no sun getting in at all.
Little vibe.
It felt so good. And so I was sitting there and I was enjoying my time. And then I was on a mission to find the airbrush thing. That's when.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. But no, I was trying to figure out. I literally even walked where it was, where I seen you walking from. I was there at one point. Mm-hmm. I just didn't. If I would have walked like further, it would have been right there.
Yeah.
But I think at a certain point, I think at that grass area, it was almost like hay, but like not. Like it was like dead grass or.
Yeah.
Felt like hay. It seemed way hotter on that grass, and so just walking on that, I was like, girl. And so I sat back down, ate my ice.
No, that's something that was funny that we definitely did, was that we spent the whole day at the fair, and it was literally 100 degrees when we were walking around. Whenever you're in the sun, like within a minute, you feel like you're melting.
Yeah, it's like when we got there, I'm a big like wimp when it comes to the sun. Like being hot. Being hot, I'm a really big wimp. Like, I hate it so much more than anything. And this is why I say I can never do Coachella, because, like, just too hot, whatever.
Oh, man.
And so when we got there and we were walking to the booth, like, after we bought the tickets, we were walking inside.
Yeah.
In my head, I was like, I'm gonna have to Uber back. Like, something. No, I was literally thinking, I was like, I don't think I could do this.
You're talking about Stagecoach now?
No.
Wait, what?
I'm talking about the fair. I literally was like,
Uber back where?
I don't know.
To the hotel?
Yes, I was literally gonna have to go back because I was like, it is so hot that I can't do this. And then for some reason, I was just like, you know what? Like, it's like, I'm just gonna deal with it. It's just gonna be super hot, and I'm fine. And then I did it. It was cool. We got through the whole thing. And after a certain time, it was easy. It was like, okay, it wasn't even.
I was thinking about that. Maybe it's more of like a dad thing to try to go like to the fair earlier in the day, get there at 11 a.m. or 12. But I was really thinking about it, like, especially seeing like all the couples and everybody coming in at, towards the end of the night when the sun was going down. All the lights from the rides are on and everything. Like, it looking like a little vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it made a little bit more sense to me to maybe show up next time when it's not 100 degrees.
Yeah, when we used to have the fair in Lodi, it was definitely like you get there at like 3 or 4, and it's like where it's still sunny, and then you watch the sun go down, and then you're there until like, I think it's open until like 11 or 12.
Yeah,
no, I feel it. It's a vibe with all the neon signs and stuff.
What's up with rock climbing harnesses getting you just caked up? Like I think I will
cake first.
I think I could. I'll admit that. I think I try to avoid it anytime somebody points out like to me like, hey, you got a big butt. Like, I'm like, all right.
It's like a bubble butt.
Yeah, something's going on. And
dump truck.
Bro, I've got that harness on, that rock climbing thing. I was double cheeked up on a Sunday. Wait, Sunday afternoon? It was Sunday when there? Yeah, yeah, Sunday afternoon I was in that thing. Double cheeked up. That was crazy. But it was cool because there was it was this rock climbing wall, and there was $100 at the top of it, and it said, if you can reach this $100, you can keep all of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I already did the little side over here. I was like, oh,
easy too.
This is easy. Like,
yeah.
let me see what's up with this. But then I quickly realized what the issue is. Was there's a couple rocks that were like super slippery. Like whatever they put on it was like some grease or something. There was no grip on it, like no indent in it you can get a hold of.
Anyone we seen try it never got past that part.
Those specific two little orange rocks. So I'm trying to figure out how you do that. Like, what if you put a bunch of dirt on your hands before you went
That's
up?
what that guy was saying.
We should have tried that.
Yeah.
I would have got that rock climbing paid for, and would have been cool. And then we would hype the crowd up again. In 2 days in a row. But yeah, it was fun. Something that I totally forgot about that day was that I had plans to go on a date.
You would see. Okay, obviously, like I know about it, and you like. I know how you are, so like to me, it isn't that big of a deal. But now, like reflecting and thinking to someone who doesn't know that you're like that, I could see how it could be like, damn.
Yeah, I had a. I started talking. Okay. I'll give you a story. Okay. Background. There's a girl I kind of been talking to a little bit here recently. And I said, she's from the Bay Area. I'm like, I'm gonna be up there this time.
Mm-hmm.
And in my head, I had thought that we had planned on hanging out while I was there.
But like not a specific day.
Like I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna check in and be like, "What's up with this day? Like what you want? Like what you want today?" Yeah, exactly. Right. And I didn't realize that we had specifically planned
Are we sure
Sunday.
on that?
I think we're sure. Yeah.
So I think you know that you said that now.
No, I don't. Okay, so I'm not sure.
Why are you
but
for sure on it now?
Like why am I saying like I believe that she?
Yeah.
I have to believe her.
Okay.
I don't know. Just believe her first.
Okay.
Just like period. Just believe her.
Exactly in all situations.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, like I got that text and she was like, just saying like she was kind of bummed that I totally catted on her, but I completely catted on her. Like it was like my dad hit me, we were out shooting pool the night before.
But her too, kind of, right?
What? Like
maybe it's like more on the man, I guess, but like I guess too it would be a thing of like she didn't hit you up that day. Like it's not like she hit you up like, hey, what time? And then you didn't respond and you went to the fair. That would be fucked up. Because I was thinking about it and I was like, even the guy that hit me up, we didn't hit each other up on that day.
Yeah.
And then
but you guys knew you were gonna hang out that day though.
And then no one hit each other up. And then either I hit him or he hit me. Something happened to where we started talking about it. And then he was like, yeah, like you catted on me. And then I was thinking about it and I was like you didn't say anything either. And
in my head, I feel like it's more like the
guys.
Like, I feel like the dude should definitely reach out, especially if you kind of had that day planned and everything. But in your position, do you think that you would probably like that was a good enough first impression for you to be like, I might be cool off that guy now? Or do you think you would still talk to somebody that completely catted on you and forgot about it, right? Because I mean, you don't know me. Maybe I just said that or whatever. Like, I forgot, right? But
it's hard because I know you, so I know like you were innocent. But I think,
think about
I
like
would
if you
be off of it, like I'd be like,
if it was somebody that you just started talking to right now,
and like the first time, like it should be important. The first time y'all hang out, and then it's like,
I don't know, but
how do you feel?
GG's. I just feel like, I blew it. Like if that one slips away, like, I blew it. It's on me, but it's all good. We had a good time at the fair. We had a good time over there. Got to get up there with my dad as well, and Casey, and it was a good last day at the fair. But
Casey was so precious filming the dirt bike riders.
Oh yeah,
because y'all got to watch them like 3 times. I think every time they came out, y'all watched them, and I don't know, it was just precious.
No, it was awesome.
His stories being like, "Let's go, fun day at the fair."
But
having
that's
fun
exactly
at the fair.
Like it's wholesome.
Yeah,
real wholesome stories.
I love it.
But yeah, no, solid Bay trip. Good job out there. Yeah,
I think it worked out perfectly too, because we kind of had like separating like plans, like besides the Sticks and Stones thing, like we weren't technically, it wasn't like a trip that we were both going on. That makes sense. And so it's funny because I had a separate flight there, and then it kept getting delayed, and like Nicole was supposed to pick me up, and it was just a thing that was like, I didn't want it to get delayed again, or like something happened and then me being like, hey, like actually it's this time, or I'm in the air, like, or I guess that wouldn't happen because I would know before I got on. But like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't want it to keep getting delayed or something like that. And literally switching it to your flight was, I think, the easiest thing I've ever had to do. Like she was literally just like, oh yeah, this time. Like it was almost so easy that I was making sure like all the details were right. Like I was wait, okay, I'm getting on this one, right? And I was like, I kept making sure, I spoke up and I kept making sure, I was like, wait, these are the numbers, right? Like this is the flight. Like it's supposed to depart on this time. And it's funny actually, it was supposed to depart on 9:25.
Nice.
It was a little delayed though, but
right.
But yeah, she was like departing at 9:25, and I was like, yeah, and like it was just funny, like the whole thing.
Nah, yeah, because before you knew it, she was already printing out your new boarding pass.
Yeah, I was like,
so this is it, huh? Right,
I thought I was gonna have to be like, yeah, it's because like
I feel like when you're on the inside, once
so
you get
easy.
past the security and everything, when you start talking to the people on the inside, I don't know why I feel like all that stuff is way easier
than like being on the outside trying to fix your flight. Yeah, I feel that.
But shoot, thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast. It's been so fun to have you guys here and enjoying. I hope you guys are enjoying the episode. We're getting close to the end of season 2, so be expecting a season 2 live stream at some point, same place on the Vomac TV Twitch.
What?
Twitch, the Twitch, not the Switch. And hopefully we'll have a couple banger episodes on the way as well. But Felicia, anything you want to add in before we close this out?
Cane's is delicious.
And
frick everyone who says it's mid. And if you think it's mid, keep that opinion to yourself, because frankly, I don't care while I'm eating it. Yeah. But also, I guess if I'm saying I don't care, why am I saying it?
And if you're listening to this podcast today, like right now, because we're uploading this late, we just filmed this. So if you're listening to this on Thursday, go look at Felicia's story if you want to know how she feels about cane sauce.
It was a figure of speech.
All right, we'll see you guys next time. Yay!